Finally, guys, this is what you've been waiting for. 5 recommended Nigerian diets for diabetes. I mean, for everyone that's battling with diabetes or you just want to be healthy, this is the post for you. So make sure that you press on the plus sign, make sure that you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you share to 5, at least 5 people who will need this post. Now, before we go right diving into it, there are 5 things I need you to know first, and then I'm going to be sharing you the 5 Nigerian recommended diet for diabetes. Number 1, portion control. Now, because they asked you to take this particular type of food, you don't have to keep taking it like a glutton. You have to ensure that you have a good portion control. Now, instead of having that big bowl or big sauce of food, why don't you have that small plate where you have all of the food that you need? Now, the beautiful thing that makes it easy for you to be able to like and really eat what you're actually eating, yes, if you understand what I mean, is make sure you put the food in your mouth and chew consciously. That in a way helps you to feel full even before you actually feel full. Yes, that's one. Now, number 2, use the 50-25-25 rule. Now, the 50 has to be your veggies. You have to love your veggies, your vegetables, your fruits. Yes, that should make 50% of the portion of your bowl. 25% will make your carbohydrate. I'm going to be explaining that later. And then 25% will make your protein. Now, preferably, your protein should be made up of more of goat meat, lean meat, turkey, and chicken, definitely skinless chicken. And then your meat should be, like I said, goat meat and less of red meat. We are trying to avoid the red meat. Anything that is red with blood all over it, we are trying to avoid that. Now, the next thing is you have to be intentional about your food. Now, be intentional about your food. Plan your meals in advance. Now, if you're interested in having a diabetic meal plan, just put in the comment section, send me a meal plan, and then I'm going to be sending you links on how you can get good diabetic meal plan for you, especially if you're in Nigerian. Now, if you're in the UK or in Nigeria and you make cuisines, you make food for people, reach out to me. Let's collaborate together. Let's create a diabetic meal plan, and I would help you to explain or give it to my audience that you actually make great and wonderful diabetic meal plan. That is a business idea you don't want to miss if you create food either in Nigeria or in the UK. So I'll be waiting for your collaborations. I'm ready to collaborate. Now, let's move on. Number 4, avoid all the whites if you can. Avoid the white as much as possible. We're talking about white bread, white rice, your semo, your fufu, your lafu, and most especially your gari. We are trying to make sure, because these are complex carbohydrates that are really high, that increases your sugar level all the way up, and we're trying to avoid that when it comes to diabetes. But we can go into brown rice, we can go to brown bread, we can go to wheat bread, we can go more into plantain flour, which you can make into a swallow. You can also go into foods that have lesser of the whites and more of the browns. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, like the wheats, the oatmeals, the yes, that's all what you need. Now, the 5th thing is we are monitoring your blood glucose bumper to bumper. We cannot afford not to do that. You have to monitor your blood glucose twice in a day and see which of the foods that actually affect either increases or decreases. And the one that increases, obviously, you stay away from much of them. And the one that decreases it, that's where we are going. We want your blood sugar to be stable. We have to make sure that we take all of that. Now, let's go into the most 5 Nigerian recommended Nigerian meals and why I'm recommending them. Now, let me get my book. The first one is your fortified moi. Now, before I go, the 5th one is the most favorite, so make sure that you stay till the end for that 5th one. Now, the first one is your fortified moi. Even the look of this food makes me want to eat. Now, sincerely, this moi is made up of beans that is being grounded, and then it's been boiled. You can put it in the wrap like a leaf, and then it's made in a special way because this one has vegetables inside of it. It's got egg inside of it. Some people even put prawn and some seafoods in it, which is good. And then some people also use lean meat, chicken into it. Now, this fortified food is really fortified. When I say fortified, it is because it has all of those inside, and it is specially made, not made with oil at all or just a little drop of oil. That is fortified moi. That's our number 1. Now, number 2 is okra soup with wheat meal swallow. Now, this okra soup looks appetizing, because sincerely they've garnished with so much of lean meat. Remember, we're talking about lean meat, goat meat, the orishirishi, the roundabout. Just make sure it is well cooked, and also with some seafoods, which is really great. And this is a wonderful one if you're diabetic, because sincerely, okra has a lot of fiber inside of it. It has less of the glucose that would just make it spike all the way, and it is very, very tasty and delicious, especially for my Nigerian people. Now the third one is grilled fish and boli. Now boli is just what we call grilled unripe plantain. If you're using the ripe one, actually, because it's got a lot of sugar in it, so let's just go unripe. So this grilled fish, instead of you having to fry your fish, it's better to just grill it in the oven and put a little bit of seasoning. No salt, because obviously the fish will produce its own, no oils, because the fish will produce its own oils, and less of salt. So all we are doing is you're getting a lot of protein, we're getting a lot of the boli is that the grilled plantain is really good, and then we are putting some salad near it, or coleslaw if you have, but make sure you're not putting too much of the salad dressing on that. Okay, you can combine. Now we're moving on to the next one, but before we go, if you're interested in having a meal plan, like I said, a diabetic meal plan, just send me a message. Send me a diabetic meal plan, and I'm going to be sending you a link to get a diabetic meal plan. Now moving to number 4, egusi soup with plantain flour swallow. Now, plantain flour swallow is common in Africa. The plantain that we make, you get the sides or the back, the actual plantain is being processed naturally by drying it well, and then we're going to be making it into a swallow, and that can be paired with egusi soup that is garnished with lots of vegetables, less of oil, because egusi has its own oil, and then you can put lots of your protein, the lean protein, into it, like your goat meat, your orishirishi, your turkey, or your chicken. Now, drum roll to the 5th one, which is my favorite, your smoky jollof rice with turkey and carrot and cabbage salad. So let's say that again. Smoky jollof rice with your grilled turkey, and then you have your side dressing of carrot and cucumber and cabbage salad. Now, this is a game changer, but there is one disclaimer. Let your rice not be the white rice, let it be the brown rice. Yes, or cauliflower rice. The brown rice could be your fada rice, or actually the brown rice which is being made, because it contains less of the processing and it is more natural than the white rice. Now, this is always a game changer, especially if you're going to parties. You can always tell your chef, the chef going having the party, or you can tell your host that you want brown rice, jollof rice, and then your turkey, because it makes it makes you still want to go to the party, because you have that natural healthy meal available. So I hope I've been able to explain to you that you can still be diabetic and you can still eat healthy and nutritious meals. So which of these foods will you be trying, and why would you be trying them? And I also want to ask you, which of these looks yummy to you and why? All right, till I see you in my next one. Stay safe, be good. Creative Nursepreneur. Bye for now.